Greenfest kickoff for the EcoSalsa Fashion Show. We're about to show everyone how incredibly wonderful it is to upcycle clothing. So all the fashion designers are ready to go. They've got each 5 pieces in their basket. Welcome everyone. And now you're going to have 1 hour to go around the store, pick out what you want. Of course, be reasonable, do it respectfully. But you're going to find the things that you're going to use to put on your models for the Boston Greenfest show on Saturday, August 18th at 5 p.m. at the Metro Main Stage. And Daniel Hernandez of DH Studio is our incredible eco-fashion director. So under his care and under Savers' wonderful hospitality, you're ready to go. I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Paul Condon, the manager of Savers.
And on my count, you guys are going to go have fun. 3, 2, 1, go!
Check in with Nancy, who started Nancy's Gone Green, which is an internet store for fashion.
Internet eco boutique. I'm in business with my daughter Mary, but I have my own line, which is called Reawakens, and I work with all vintage fabrics and trims. But I also love working with pre-owned clothes. So I came with 2 ideas. One of them was to make a dress for any Boston woman today. And for that, I was thinking Boston winter, some kind of patchwork wool tweed. So that's what.
So all these men's coats are actually going to turn into women's.
These will turn into women's
business
wear.
fashion, sort of.
At least be usable as business fashion.
And how many models are you thinking of preparing?
I think with these things, I've probably got 3 looks. I always work with cashmere in the winter. That's my winter medium. So I've got 2 cashmere sweaters. Those would be hats or accessories.
And so you think will you have 5 in your line or 7?
For the show, I have things from my own line. So this is the Savers parts of what I'm showing.
Okay.
So this is the Savers challenge pieces, and I'll have 2 or 3.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to seeing these wonderful pieces.
Words, I love you. I love you.
So let's just talk about Nadra. You are an incredible designer. You've been designing for many years, since you were a little baby, or?
Yeah, it seems like that. Cutting my clothes up since 10. Yeah. 9 actually. 9.
And gluing them back together or sewing them?
Sewing, safety pin, whatever worked. Yeah.
And so, what are the things that you're thinking of doing with all these incredible items?
Well, so far my theme is going to be a commission collection. So I have some purples and I have some golds going on, and then I have some fabrics I'm going to dye with curry. There's a purple dress.
So not only is she going to cut things and move things around and patch them up, but you're going to change the color of what we see.
Yes, we're going to change the color. And, you know, it's going to be in this family right here, the curry family.
So we're speaking now with Ms. Mela,
Which Diona Rain.
who has been designing fashion for how many years now? Since you were 2 years old?
If I tell you that, I will tell you
Well,
how
since
old
you
I
were
am.
2 years old.
I started sewing when I was 9 years old.
There you go.
And I've been sewing ever since. And I sew under the name of Mela Amoroso Designs at So and So Atelier, which is the atelier that I sew in. And I've been doing this for a long time. I've been upcycling clothes since the 70s, actually. When I was a little girl, I started upcycling, and I've been upcycling ever since. I'm always changing something into something else. And I just call them born-again fashions. Or you could say fashion redo, R-E-D-U-X.
Fantastic.
Started out with, tweeds, and chopping up things. I'm turning things into funky long skirts that open up.
That looks like it could even turn into a pair of your loose pants.
It might end up as a pair of parent pants. But, you know, like a loose skirt that opens here and then there's something else underneath it. Then the top would be taken apart and added to another piece.
Well,
Mr.
I am
Daniel Hernandez.
super excited because look at the stuff I found. For some great shiny material.
So what are you thinking you would do with that? Is that going to remain a kind of shirt, or will it turn into another kind of item?
I'm gonna make all couture gowns of all different textures. Ooh. This is an awesome stretch with a glisten to it.
So what do you think this material is?
It's a stretch. It's a knit.
Stretched from, so is it a,
I can tell you exactly probably.
I like that, exactly, probably.
Nylon and latex, so it's all synthetic.
So this can do lots of things across the body.
Yep, I'm gonna gather it and create like small sections of fabric and create a great gown out of it. What else do we have here? I just picked up a lot of different textures.
So are you thinking of just gowns, or is there something else you might do, like a shawl over the gown, or?
I'm thinking lots of different textures and mixtures. So maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna think about it.
This is quite a rainbow. We just went from black and white to rainbow here. So we want to get a feel for what you're thinking and how this is going to come together as a line.
So starting as, okay, I got some jewelry because I was gonna make it into like belts or something, and I just thought that was really pretty for color. Flowers I was gonna cut, maybe put on the shirt to make it more bright and less boring. Then I got this. Reach this. I got this really pretty dress, and I really want to cut it because the fabric is just beautiful and it's really good hem. Use this as a skirt and top as a top.
So you're thinking of pulling it apart and doing something with it, or
Yeah.
embellishing it as it
I'm
is?
either embellishing it or I would take it apart.
All right.
But I love this.
This is fantastic. Well, why don't you go over and start getting the labels off so you can, we'll get ready to go after that. Like all the fashion designers have found some incredible savings at Savers. They're ready for, they're getting ready for the runway. They've got about a week and a half to put things on for Saturday, August 18th at 5 p.m. at City Hall on the main stage. Paul, thank you so much for opening your doors to us.
You're welcome. I hope you guys have fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you. Well, this is incredible. Wheels when you want them. You can get to Savers with Zipcar. It was fantastic. We made
It's as green as it gets.
can't do any better.
Minimize carbon print. Gotta love Zipcar.
Well, thank you, Daniel, and
See you at the show.
Special person is Althea from Style It Up TV show. So let's give it up for Althea. Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome those who braved out the rain. Thank you very much. And we are in for a great fashion show today. It's all about green fashion here and finding designers that can say, you know what, we are going to find simple and wonderful ways to upcycle existing clothes. Now, a couple of designers that are participating today had actually participated with Savers, and they had actually had the opportunity to work with Savers and go to the store and rummage through the whole entire store to create looks what we're going to be seeing today. So some of the designers actually have looks that are combined together with their collection and some pieces that are actually upcycled. So without further ado, let's get it started with our first designer. We have Reawakened by Nancy Savoca of Nancy's Gone Green, and Reawakened is a private label of designer label, and it's co-owned the mother and daughter team that we have here this evening. And the Reawakened line uses vintage recycled material and transforms them into fresh feminine looks for today. And her designs are modern, playful, and practical. Nancy Gone Green is exclusive online provider of Reawakened, and it's also available locally at Boston's SOA and Greenway Markets, and it's at the boutiques of Sarita of Rosendale and Abilene in Brookline Village. So without further ado, is everybody ready for their first scene? Is everybody ready for their first scene? These models are ready for you, so without further ado, let's see our first line of Reawakening. And what we're looking at here is Reawakened by Nancy Savoca of Nancy's Gone Green. So this is Nancy's Fall 2012 collection, and it features fun vintage fabrics, and the skirts are upcycled from vintage draperies and curtains. And the new design that we're seeing here features vintage bark cloth. Now this collection also features an exciting bit stash of vintage Italian cotton, corduroy in mustard yellow, hunter green, and navy blue. Now the vintage fabrics and antique laces on the cotton tops, and there are upcycled cashmere sweaters which were chosen to coordinate with the skirts. Once again, give it up for Reawakened by Nancy Savoca of Nancy Gone Green. This collection is dedicated to Nancy's daughter and partner, Mary Savoca, and her backer and husband, and inspiration, John Savoca, and photographer, musician, John Savoca. So here is the designer, Nancy Savoca of Nancy Gone Green. Now we're getting an accessory presentation here that we're looking at. The bags are from Earth Friends, which is a brand that serves a cause. As you can see, the bags can be as elaborate or something as so simple, ladies. A nice cocktail dress and a nice statement pieces for accessories, and you're ready to go. And this is Earth Friends with the bags that we're seeing, and their products highlight environmentally sustainable, and they're socially responsible and economically feasible. So there's a jewelry that you're seeing. This is jewelry designs that we're seeing by Ortega Designs here. It's inspired by the concept that the jewelry extends one's personality. Now with the jewelry that we're seeing there of Ortega Designs, the collection shown today was created by using natural elements that the earth has provided. And today you will see bold colors, cold-colored corals, wired wrapped sea glass, and gemstone. Give it up for our accessories presentation here, where we had Earth Friends and Ortega Jewelry Designs. And meet our designers here of Ortega Designs. That is Jacqueline Ortega that we're looking at, and of Earth Friends we're looking at Priya. Once again, give it up, folks. Don't be shy. Nice and loud. Let the guys know that you appreciate what you're seeing here today. Presenting the House of Nadra. As you can see, ladies, we got some male models in the mix for you too. So this is the House of Nadra. Nadra is a Roxbury-based fashion designer, teacher, and vegan caterer from Ethiopia. And her eccentric garbs and ancient energies are woven together, giving birth to garments made with love. Say it with style with House of Nadra. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the House of Nadra. Here's our first presentation for Kinda. Now Kinda's style is very chic, elegant, strong, and edgy, yet quintessential. Lovely designs. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is Kinda and all of her lovely work that she's seen here. And some of the pieces actually that we're seeing here, one of the actual pieces was actually used by part of her Savers challenge that she had. So you can see about her lovely collection here. It's a mix of her work and also an upcycling as well too. Now we've seen a lot of adult designers that have come through, but now we have 2 young designers as well. They're under the age of 18, and guess what? They're going to be making a name for themselves in the very future. So here's a piece of, this a little taste of what's going to be happening for the future for them as you're going to be seeing their collection coming out. They also participated in the Savers Challenge as well, where the designers had to go out to Savers store, which is a donation clothing store there, and they actually had to choose whatever their hearts desire and make it into a brand new outfit, which is known as upcycling. So we're going to have 2 sisters come together, and this collection we're going to see, this is Forever 13. So we're seeing here the green dress with pink pearls and purple flowers, and the dress is from Savers. Next up here we have a blue skirt, a white shirt, a red shirt that goes as well with the skirt. That is also from Savers as well, and the flowers and the necklaces were draped over the skirt and the shirt as well. And our third look here that we're seeing here. By the actual designer herself, Miss Alicia here. I see she has fans. Look at that. We're also seeing now Francesca, another teen designer here. Once again, everybody give it up for our lovely teen designers here. They worked very hard for the collection that you're seeing here today. This is Francesca and Alicia, and the jewelry was actually done by Angie Brutus as well for all the jewelry that you're seeing here today. So we're seeing our first model here. This is part of the Mela Amorosa design here. We're seeing a lovely Asian print in style and dappering it off with a lovely suit. Now this collection is at Mela Amorosa Designs, created by So and So Althea in Hyde Park, and dedicated to Rashad Leslie Barnes. Working it ever so fiercely, you can see the work that our designer has put in from both women and men's collection. Continuing on with our lovely upcycled look we're seeing here. This collection is an upcycled sustainable collection, sourced and created by locally, same using people or solar-powered machines. Mello Amoroso produces born-again styles, repurposed, giving new life to thrift or discarded clothing.
I wanna do real bad things with you.
As you can see, the lovely evening wear, also designed by Mello Amoroso Designs. Once again, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mello Amoroso Designs that we're seeing here today. And this was dedicated to Rashad Leslie Barnes. So what we're seeing here is Daniel Hernandez of DH Studios that we're looking at here. Now DH Studios Incorporated is a boutique design studio and has been published in everything from Upscale Living magazine to Boston's Metro, and on October 2nd of 2012, we'll host a fashion event exclusively to Boston Fashion Week called Eccentric. Now the jewelry that we're seeing there, that is by T. Racy. She was featured with DH Studios and accessories. And this Boston-based brand began with Tracy Belvin, picked up a pair of pliers to experiment with metal pieces and a chain from a broken necklace. From there on, T. Racy has continued to evolve jewelry from remnants of items typically found within a household, such as curtain rings, fringes, mosaic tiles, tablecloth lace, and metal surfacing, giving light to the concept of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Designer Daniel Hernandez himself, he also participated in the Savers competition. So some of the pieces, or majority of the pieces that you're seeing, are upcycling clothing that he got from Savers. Now the bags that you're seeing some of the ladies walk with, that is the kitchen sink bag that you're looking at. And that designer, her name is Helena Grant. And she began with a vision of expression, everything but the kitchen sink, molding and manipulating the idea into a handbag that fits absolutely everything. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our designer, DH Studios, Daniel Hernandez, and jewelry designer, T. Racy Tracy Belvin. Daniel Hernandez is also the executive director of the Eco Fashion portion of our show.